Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of Miss Smith's online math learning academy. If you remember from yesterday, we had started perimeter, and specifically we had looked at how to find the perimeter of a shape by counting the squares along each side length. Who can remember what is perimeter? Perimeter is the distance around a shape. So remember, with area, we're trying to find out how much space is inside, the units inside of the shape. But perimeter is the outside. So yesterday we looked at some examples like this. Let's say we had a rectangle like this. And to find the perimeter, we would count each side length. So we saw 1, 2, 3, 4. We know if this side is 4, this side is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This side is 5, this side is 5. And then we added to find the perimeter. So we have 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5. We look for facts that we already know, some doubles. I see 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 5 is 10. 8 plus 10 is 18. Now, do I just leave it blank? Perimeter is 18? No. Perimeter is 18. We label it units. Now today, what I want us to take a look at is finding the perimeter of shapes that are not cut into square units. So let's look at one of our examples up here. My first shape I drew is a triangle. So remember, like I said, if you have paper and pencil at home, this is a great chance for you to practice as well. You can always click pause on my video, go get the materials you need, and then press play when you're ready. So if you have a piece of paper and a pen, a pencil, marker, crayon, whatever in front of you, go ahead and draw our first shape, which is a triangle. And on this triangle, one side length is 6, the opposite is 6, and the base is 4. So to find the perimeter, I add up all my side lengths. So my equation should be 6 plus 6 plus 4. There's a couple different ways I could do this. One, I could look at my double stacked, do 6 plus 6 and get 12, but I also could make a 10 because I know 6 plus 4 makes 10. Any way you do it, doesn't matter as long as all of the add-ins get used. I'm gonna go ahead and make a 10. 6 plus 4 is 10, bring down my 6, 6 plus 10, that's 16. So my perimeter is 16. Now they didn't label what unit it was, centimeters, feet, inches, whatever. So I'm just gonna write 16 units. And I'm gonna go ahead and label on my chart the perimeter, 16 units. Now let's try our next shape, our rectangle. Again, if you have paper in front of you, let's go ahead and draw this. I have a rectangle, and one property we know about rectangles is that opposite sides are equal. So if my short side is 3, opposite is also 3, top is 7, so my bottom is 7. And then I add 7 plus 7 plus 3 plus 3. It doesn't matter what order we put the add-ins in, because remember, we know the commutative property tells us whatever order we do it in, we will always get the same sum. I'm gonna start with my doubles, 7 and 7, 3 and 3. 7 and 7, that makes 14, plus 3 and 3 makes 6. 14 plus 6, that makes 20. So my perimeter is 20 units. Again, I'm gonna label that on my chart. 20 units. Now let's do our last one. Who remembers what this shape is called? We haven't done a ton of practice with this shape this year. Does anyone remember? A trapezoid. It is a trapezoid, which is a type of quadrilateral, because remember, quad means 4. Any shape with 4 sides. So let's go ahead and draw our trapezoid. Doesn't have to be perfect on your paper, just the best you can. And then we can label the sides. I see my top is 3. Now this shape is not a rectangle, so we can't assume that the top is equivalent to the bottom. This side is 3, this side is longer, it's 5, and then these two are equal 2. Go ahead and write my equation. Perimeter equals 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 5. For this one, I'm just going to kind of pick pairs to add. So I'm going to do 2 plus 3, that's 5. 2 plus 5, that's 7. 7 plus 5, 12. So my perimeter is 12 units. Again, label it on my chart. 12 units. Now, what do we notice about our 3 shapes? In other words, which shape has the largest perimeter? I have a triangle with a perimeter of 16 units, a rectangle with a perimeter of 20 units, and a trapezoid with a perimeter of 12 units. So which of my shapes has the largest perimeter? If you're thinking the rectangle, you are correct. 20 is greater than 16 and greater than 12. So my rectangle has the longest distance around it. Which shape has the smallest perimeter? If you're thinking the trapezoid, you are correct. 12 is the smallest of the 3, which means that the trapezoid has the smallest distance around the perimeter. Your worksheet today from Engage New York is going to come from lesson 13, and I will have it posted on Class Dojo so that you guys can access it. It will be 4 questions where you are finding the perimeter of the shape. I encourage you guys to look at different addition strategies for how you can choose to group the numbers to add them together. But before we go, I did have a quick YouTube video. I know how much you guys like finding raps and songs that go with what we're doing, so I did find one on perimeter. So hopefully this time I can figure out how to share my screen, and then you guys will be able to see it.
We learned how to measure in centimeters and meters, and we talked about inches and feet. That's right. Now we're gonna talk about with perimeter. You have to measure each side, add them up, and we find perimeter, perimeter. That's perimeter, perimeter, perimeter. That's perimeter. With perimeter, you have to measure each side, add them up, and we find perimeter, perimeter. That's perimeter, perimeter, perimeter. That's perimeter. Perimeter, you have to measure each side, add them up, and we find perimeter, perimeter. That's perimeter, perimeter, perimeter. That's perimeter. Perimeter, you have to measure each side, one at a time. Write them down, add them up, and what do you find? Perimeter. That's perimeter, perimeter, perimeter. That's perimeter. Perimeter, you have to measure each side, one at a time. Write them down, add them up, and what do you find? Perimeter. That's perimeter. Perimeter, perimeter. That's perimeter. Perimeter, you have to measure each side, add them up, and we find perimeter. Perimeter. That's perimeter. Perimeter, perimeter. That's perimeter. Perimeter, you have to measure each side, add them up, and we find perimeter. Perimeter. That's perimeter. Perimeter, perimeter. That's perimeter.
So hopefully that was a fun little video for us to watch and kind of review everything we've learned about perimeter today. The most important thing for us to remember about perimeter. The first one, perimeter is the distance around a shape, measuring around its sides. And the way that we find perimeter is by adding up all of the side lengths. Yesterday, we had to actually find what the side lengths were by counting the squares. Today, we already had the side lengths, so we could skip the step of measuring them and just add them together. Tomorrow, we're going to kick it up a little bit, and we're going to work with shapes that are maybe irregular, so not our typical trapezoid, rectangle, triangle. And I might throw in some shapes where we have missing side lengths, and we'll have to figure out how to find those missing sides. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. I can't wait to see your classwork that you turn in. And thanks for being patient with me as I am figuring out this online learning. See you tomorrow. Bye.